Now from the north shore of the Allegheny River, there's a beautiful look at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Number 30 is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, if we take a look here, left-handed hitters are hitting less than 250 against him. He's really been able to dominate them.
Lewis Bronson heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 9.
Underway this evening as the first pitch is taken for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:05 p.m. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. They're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
And it's been a good start to the homestand for them. They've taken 3 of the first 4, so they've had it going here. No question about that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I really like what Justin Bour does for this team. He went deep last game, and he seems ready to take advantage of any mistakes he sees right now.
Starlin Castro is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Very mild temperatures as we begin tonight. 58 degrees here at first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. There to make the play is Polanco, and there are 2 away now. JT Realmuto readies for his first swings in this one. And boy, check out the recent numbers. Clearly providing a lot of pop at the plate right now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
3-0 now.
I think at this point, a 2-out walk isn't the worst thing in the world. You'd like to avoid it if you can, but this can be a dangerous spot if you just groove one.
Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
Well, Matt, Woody calls a good game more often than not. Although he has been known to get a little flack from time to time about his consistency, especially on the corners of the strike zone. We'll see if that comes into play.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Dan Straley, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matt, he's looking to knock down that ERA. You see there, he's into the 4s, looking to have a little better start than what he's been accustomed to.
Starling Marte comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Corey Dickerson will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you're right. His last game was excellent, but he just keeps adding to those numbers. Over his last 10 games, he's been hitting over 350. I'll take that anytime.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Dietrich sprinting after it. And that retires the side. Justin Bour will stand in now. He drove in all 3 of his club's runs in that ball game a night ago.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
Line toward right center. Marte is there, and he has it for the first out. Miguel Rojas will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, he's been scuffling through this year, but over the last 10 games, he's been good, hitting over 350.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Very weakly on the ground. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Boy, and on 2-0, if that pitch isn't right where you want it, you got to let it go. You still have the count in your favor at 2-1. Here he goes after a pitch that, although it was a strike, that's a pitcher's strike. That's not the pitch you want to hit. And all he can do is hit an easy grounder.
Brian Anderson is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Jung-Ho Kang will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, this guy's hitting over 300 on the year now, and he had a good performance yesterday as well.
Grounded down the third baseline. Prado is there. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. And with that, let's give you a look at the Miami D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Into the windup and the pitch. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Foul.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. This Marlin ball club, Eric Karros, as they begin play here tonight, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
And it's been a less than amazing start to the road trip, too. They've won just 1 of their first 4 games, so they'll be looking to turn that around.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. Ground ball left side. Prado's up with it on to first, and there are 2 down.
Now these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for him. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Josh Bell will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. We'll jump ahead and pick this one up in the top of inning number 3. Derek Dietrich leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Kang onto the grass. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting ninth, pitcher
Dan Straley digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
Fastball called for strike 2.
Boy, that's just pretty standard operating procedure right here. You get him leaning out over the plate.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Home half of the third coming up. Starling Marte digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
And a high strike there, 0-1. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
The right fielder, number 25.
Gregory Polanco will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. Lays off 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really bury your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
And he's retired here, 1 away. Stepping in, Colin Moran. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Hard liner toward short, but this is pulled in by the shortstop.
And remember now, you've got a guy on first base that loves to run. And if he's on the move right there, this is going to be a double play. So luckily for them, he wasn't breaking that time. So in that respect, they might have caught a break.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson, as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
Boy, and that was some kind of effort out there. Here's a look at it. He's charging in hard, and this ball just kicks off his glove right there. This is going to be a base hit all the way, but it was nearly a super play.
Standing in now, Jung-Ho Kang, as the first pitch to him is lifted out in the air out towards shallow right field. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Lewis Bronson will get his second shot at it now. He was called out on strikes to open up the ball game.
And remember, they got him on a fastball, so I got to figure they're going to attack him the exact same way.
The windup and the 0-1. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third with a strikeout, and there's one away.
Up next for the Marlins.
Striding into the box, Starlin Castro. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Well, at least he was able to get it into the outfield, and that's more than most of his teammates can say so far.
And that misses inside, 1-0. Fly ball out toward left center field. He'll take this in without much trouble, and two are gone here to start the fourth.
And not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
JT Realmuto will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ready with the 0-2. Off the plate at 94, 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Francisco Cervelli is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning. Time to pick this one up now in the top of inning number 5. Justin Bohr heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And a rather easy first out.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Miguel Rojas comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Brian Anderson is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Halfway home, still no score. Number 30 will come forward now to start things out against his opposite number. And these two have matched each other pitch for pitch here through the first half or so of this ball game.
Yeah, I think we had an idea runs might be hard to come by. You know, maybe not this hard to come by, but both.
Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6.
Leading off for the Marlins, the left fielder number 32, Derek Dietrich.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. That one's in there. And the perfect game will go by the wayside. Martin Prado will stand in, and Steve, with the no-hitter gone now, he's got to remind himself he's still got work to do out there.
Yeah, he sure does. This game is not over by any means. You've got to take any no-hitter thoughts and put those out of your mind and go back to focusing on the task at hand.
Hit in the air out to left field. Dickerson's there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out there.
And he pops up the bunt attempt. And good awareness behind the plate as he'll make the quick basket catch for the second out. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
A cardinal rule if you're bunting. Don't bunt at balls. I mean, you see this on show track. This thing is out of the zone, but he chases it and pops it up. That turns into a wasted out right there.
Into the box, Lewis Bronson, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Two and 0 now.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. High pop-up. Number 30, just to the right of the mound. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. Jung Ho Gong gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Hit on the ground to short. Rojas over to his left. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
Catcher
Francisco Cervelli will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Prado is up with it in time to first, and there are two away.
First baseman number 55, Josh Bell.
Josh Bell ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Squared that one up just a little late. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Right side hit hard. Castro's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. We are still scoreless. Starlin Castro will come forward now to begin the seventh inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and very even game through 6 innings.
0-1, here it comes. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike two anyway.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
JT Realmuto will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first two trips. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. And getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Look out as this bat shatters on impact.
Oh, you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
And the slider misses here, so he runs the count full, 3-2.
You know, and these guys could have used a few more long at-bats like this one earlier on in this game. Then maybe this starter would have been out of the game by now.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And another foul ball. Bases are empty, one man out. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
Yeah, no way for him to be able to get out of the way of that one. Seen as though he's the go-ahead run, probably wouldn't have tried too hard anyway.
Into the box now, Justin Bohr, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Oh, another good pitch there. I'm not sure he's thrown a bad slider tonight. Every one of them has had a ton of movement.
Shot fouled over towards the coaching box. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And when you're trying to think down in the zone, that's a pitch you're just not prepared to see. I think it just caught him off guard there as this is in there at the letters.
In now, Miguel Rojas. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
0-1 count. Here it comes. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Marlins lead 1, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Josh Harrison steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Still no runs on the board for either team, and it might come down to who can manufacture a run first.
And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
And it's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to do. You have to have a short memory out there. But you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing. Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Number 30 will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Prado's throw to first gets him 1 away.
That is good execution right there. It's very important when you get to this stage in the ballgame. And that's going to get the go-ahead run up to second now with just 1 out. So that'll be worth a few high fives in that dugout, no doubt about it.
Here's Starling Marte. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Line drive to left. Dietrich is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
I'll tell you, if this is in off the plate just a little bit further, this thing might end up in the cheap seats in left field. But instead, it just gets to the outer half. He still gets pretty good wood on the ball, but he winds up pulling it right at someone.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
No strike.
Oh, high. Deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Number 17 for him on the season. And that'll give the Pirates a 2-0 lead.
Boy, for how well he's pitched so far, it's hard to believe that he could stand to be the losing pitcher, but that's the scenario he faces now as he serves up the lead on this home run.
And now the Miami manager's up out of the dugout and on his way out to the mound. And a change is in the offing. That's going to be all for Dan Straley. Not an altogether bad performance here, 6 2/3, but he stands to be the loser unless things can turn around.
Your attention, please. Now
so a call to the
Miami.
bullpen now, and they'll make a move
66.
for the left-hander here. Standing in now, Colin Moran. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Off the plate and in, it's a ball and a strike. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And before the pitch here, time is asked for and granted by Woody Keller, the home plate umpire. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Slapped hard the opposite way. Dietrich under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. We'll look ahead to inning number. Brian Anderson comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
First pitch of the at-bat. On to the 8th now, as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Hard hit ball to second, and this is going to find its way into right for a base hit, and the leadoff man's on to start the 8th.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left to board, but he cannot lose this one.
Your attention, please. Now
so with a lefty
the
waiting, they'll go to a
Number
lefty of their
43,
own out of the bullpen here.
Braun.
First delivery to him on the way. Grounded to the right. Scooped up. One there. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just 1 at second.
Martin Prado will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Michael Feliz will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already 1 out in the inning.
Michael.
Throw over to first, and the runner will get back standing.
Simple throw over there.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no, he lost track of it and it falls. Runner at first here, one man out. And the slider gets him swinging, two gone. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. And that's taken for strike one.
And he's had a high strike zone all night, so even if you're on the bench, you got to be aware of that.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, no taken now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
A runner on first with two away. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Not a bad pitch there with two strikes, but it misses 1-2.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here's a pop-up now. Bell has got it, and the side is retired. Edinson Volquez is on his way into the ballgame now as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year. Corey Dickerson will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. This ball's hit a ton out to center field. Bronson racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Well, I got to tell you, that's not the way you're hoping to make an entrance into this ballgame. First battery bases and bang. This ball just about leaves the yard, winds up hitting off the outfield wall, and now he's going to have to deal with a runner on second base.
Jung Ho Gong takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base. Austin Meadows will come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at second and nobody out.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield will probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
Back up the middle, and that'll get through. It's into center, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Not the start he was hoping for out of the bullpen. He's only thrown two pitches so far, and they've been turned into a double and now a single. Hasn't cost him any runs yet, but that might not be far behind.
Francisco Cervelli stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Pitch out, nothing doing. Tap fouled at home plate. Here's a look over to first, and the runner back safely. Volquez sets. Here's the 1-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Dietrich is there, one away. And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Could be a big insurance run right there. You'll take anything you can get at this point, and that pushes a lead up to 3, so he'll be getting some high fives in that dugout.
Josh Bell steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw might have been in time, but it's high, and it allows his man to dive in safely.
Boy, that's a good jump right there this time. I think he had this one stolen even if the throw is on target. But you see the shortstop have to go up the ladder to get it, and that took away any chance of throwing him out.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. 1 out and a runner on second base. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Yeah, he's probably guessing sinker there, so he knows not to follow through with the swing.
Grounded up the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. The runner from second crosses the plate. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Oh, man, do I love this guy's swing when he's thinking opposite field. He lets the ball travel through the strike zone, almost gets past him before he decides just to buggy whip it into left field. That is such a beautiful swing, and he's got enough juice on it to hit it all the way to the wall, and he winds up picking up an RBI as well.
Josh Harrison will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. That's popped up now towards short right field. Castro is there for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
So here's that swing again. This is in show motion.
Catcher.
And you'll see that's a few inches above the thumbs. You'll be feeling that one all night long.
Adam Frazier will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Into the seats, 0-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 called. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Backhanded. And the throw will not be in time, as I don't think he was going to get him anyway, but a fine effort nonetheless.
Well, this would have taken a superhuman effort right here, deep in the hole. You see, he doesn't have time to plant himself, so he just leaps into the air, fires it across the diamond. Just a great effort, but this was always going to be a base hit.
Here's Starling Marte. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Looking to minimize the damage here. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. chopped weakly to the left. Gonna be a tough play, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 9th inning coming up. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Pittsburgh, PA. 9th inning about to start in this one. Austin Meadows will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 17, Austin Meadows.
Felipe Rivera will come on here. Not a save situation, but he'll try to close it out nonetheless. Lewis Bronson will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them.
Playing
you
shortstop,
gotta figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
Jordy Mercer.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Chopped at the plate, but it gets fouled. Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
Outside and a full count, 3-2. There's Starlin Castro. He'll follow next. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, that's a hat trick for him now. His 3rd strikeout in the game. And I think the one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to go down looking. That's almost like admitting you're beat. That's a sinking feeling in that guy's stomach there.
Here's Starlin Castro, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Polanco. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Nice job there as he gets the first 2 men to face him here. And now they're just 1 out away from picking up the first 2 games of this series.
First pitch on its way. Out in front of it, strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. Dickerson moves over, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Another good win for these guys, and they're playing some confident baseball out there right now. That's their 4th win in a row, so they've got things firing on all cylinders.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Pirates win it 4-0. Good night from Pittsburgh.
Here now is our final line score tonight for the victorious Pirates. 4 runs on 11 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. For the Marlins, no runs on only 2 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 42 minutes. A reminder that extra T service to the South Hills is available across the bridge at either the Wood Street or Gateway Center stations. 33X West busway buses are also available with service to Carnegie, Bell, Crafton, and Sheridan stations. Also, return trips to Station Square on the Gateway Clipper fleet are available outside the stadium for 1/2 hour after the final pitch.